and welcome to the Connector Show. I'm the Connector and I will be your host today. The topic of today's episode is North Korea military. You're welcome to draw your own conclusions. I will just give you my arguments and how I see things. If I insult anybody on any ground, please understand, it wasn't on purpose, so I apologize in advance. A little bit about Korean history. Korea is one country with one nation, the Koreans. Korea was conquered and ruled by Japanese from 1910 until the end of World War II in 1945. After World War II, the country was divided by USA and Soviet Union on two states, North Korea and South Korea. North Korea was backed by Soviet Union and China, while South Korea was backed by USA. Today, North Korea is backed by Russia and China, while South Korea is backed by USA. North Korea is a nuclear power, so there are speculations in the world that North Korea might attack somebody, mainly South Korea and USA, with nuclear weapons and start a World War III. North Korea is a nuclear power, so there are speculations in the world that North Korea might attack somebody, mainly South Korea and USA, with nuclear weapons and start a World War III. So, according to speculations, North Korea is a threat to the world's peace. However, the question is that really the case? First, let's analyze Koreans more. Korean nation is one nation. So, basically, there is no North Korea and there is no South Korea. There is just Korea and Korean nation. That's it. I'm raising the question, is it just to divide some nation into two parts by force? Is that the natural environment for some nation to live in? Can some nation be happy to live in unnatural and artificial environment like that? If we analyze, for example, how German nation after World War II was split into two parts, the East Germany and the West Germany, we will see that Germans were very unhappy to live like that and that they could hardly wait to remove the division of the country and to unite back into one nation and live in united Germany. I think that the most logical conclusion is to conclude that the Koreans want the same as Germans. They just want to unite both states back into one state, the Korea, and live as one nation, the Koreans. Experts say that in nature simple solutions are in most cases the best solutions. So, in this case, best solution is simple and extremely obvious. The Koreans must unite. As long as Koreans stay divided, I don't think that they will be happy and they will always dream about unification. As long as Koreans stay divided, I don't think that they will be happy and they will always dream about unification. Let's analyze if North Korea as a nuclear power is really a threat to world's peace. Let's analyze if North Korea could attack anybody with nuclear powers and why. During the Korean War in 1950, North Korea, which was backed by Soviet Union, carried out a surprise attack on South Korea and conquered Seoul, South Korea's capital city. However, USA entered the war on South Korean side. North Korea was forced to retreat and no peace treaty was signed, so technically, even today, both states are in the state of frozen conflict. Unfortunately, 5 million people died and nothing changed. Have you heard this correctly? 5 million people died and nothing changed. 5 million people is a small nation. Half of them were civilians. The rate of civilian casualties was higher than the rates in World War II and Vietnam. So, the same people, the Koreans, were fighting each other and killing their own people, and both sides wanted the same thing, to unite into one country. This is a big irony of life, do you agree? I'm sure that both sides deeply inside wanted to unite, but still, that couldn't happen, and the price of the attempt to unite the divided nation into one was 5 million people. Is it possible that 5 million people dies just because they want to unite? So, The most logical conclusion is that North Korea actually wanted to unite the country into one and unfortunately failed to do so. Koreans had to pay unimaginable price for the attempt. After the Korean War, North Korea expressed the need for unification several times. If somebody wants to unite the country, is that a bad thing? I don't think so. So, in theory, if we analyze the Korean War, the only country that North Korea could want to attack is South Korea. So, North Koreans could attempt to unite the country again. Could the second attempt be a threat to world peace? First of all, I'm raising the question, why did North Korea develop nuclear weapons? The answer is very simple: to use it as a deterrent against invaders and to ensure the survival of the regime. There is another question. Would North Korea ever use nuclear weapons against South Korea, their own people? I don't think so. Would North Korea ever use nuclear weapons against another country, and what country could be the target? USA could be the potential target, but there is a problem. Will nuclear power attack another nuclear power? Of course not, because it would cause A. Mutual destruction, B. It would start a World War III. So, it seems that nuclear North Korea would never attack another country with nuclear weapons because it would be destroyed. The only country North Korea could possibly attack without nuclear weapons is South Korea, but for a just cause, to make the second attempt to unite the country back and to remove all external influences in Korea. Therefore, after analyzing these key facts, I'm raising the question, is North Korea a threat to world peace? I don't think so. So-called North Koreans and so-called South Koreans, please don't believe the propaganda about the other side. Join forces, build infinite indestructible propaganda-proof bridges of friendship between each other which will always survive every propaganda, no matter who comes to power. We are all the same and we all want war-free future for our kids, and I'm sure that all people can unite around this message. North Koreans and South Koreans are the same. They are just normal people who want peace, stability, and prosperity for them and their kids. North Koreans and South Koreans are just two brothers who should unite back into one and never confront so they could finally start building war-free future together. That's it. I hope that I have managed with this video to contribute to the world's peace, stability, and influence many people of the world positively, especially so-called North Koreans and so-called South Koreans. I hope that you will find the Connect the Show valuable, recommend me to others, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and become my patron. Help me build the show. Let's change the world together and let's connect.